who not fell, but they didn't record a positive result in their home opener match against Austin FC. So you look at this one, it's a 0-0 draw. Our player of the match was midfielder Josh Atencio with an 8.7 match rating, 81% passing, 2 chances created, 1 shot on target, 3 of those off target, 2 block shots, 5 touches in the opposing box, and 14 passes into the final third. Our photo of the game here by Liz Wolter is actually not during the gameplay. The Sounders debuted a new light show uh, ahead of this match that they'll play throughout the course of the season. And this is Paul Rothrock here on your screen reacting to it. It was just a great photo. And why I'm kind of going through this really quickly is because Backlots Me also talked about this match. So we will go to that right about now.
So, with that Sounders match, I mean, it's frustrating, and it's frustrating because of how this team has been essentially since CONCACAF Champions League. They've been able to generate chances on the offensive end of things, but they haven't been able to convert them, right? And then, I mean, that got them a really solid seed in the Western Conference playoffs last year, but it didn't fare well for them in the long run because LAFC, in that match that knocked them out of the playoffs, knew we just need to score 1 goal and then we're fine as long as we're defensively solid. So, for the club to lose this home opener in the fashion that they did, I understand the frustration. I really do. I'm not worried about it in the long term just because it's the second match of the season. It is your home opener. You're without João Paulo and Albert Rusnak. You could mention that you were without Stefan Fry in this match as well, but I'm looking more at the offensive end of things, right? You're without João Paulo and Albert Rusnak, and the club has still generated relatively fine in all around anyway with these guys out. Defensively, we don't have to touch on it too much defensively. Andrew Thomas did get his first career MLS shutout, so that was nice for him, especially being an interesting story, dealing with a long-term injury, being loaned out by the Sounders in the past, essentially being the third goalkeeper for a long period of time. Nice for him to get that first career shutout at the MLS level. The back line has played well. Center back Nathan is working to get his green card, so that's why he wasn't available for selection this past match. Yamar continues to be out, not related to injury, so you still got Nuhu. Alex Roldan was back for this match, and Jackson Reagan, who performed extremely well. That back line has performed well. Andrew Thomas performed well in this match against Austin as well, even though he didn't get that many chances against him or opportunities against him. The midfield played well. I mean, you've got Josh Atencio still there. He was probably the best Sounder of the match in this one. Obed Vargas played well, and then you had Pedro de la Vega as a starting 10. He looked good, but he did have to leave with what looked like a cramp. I mean, he was able to walk off relatively fine. After the match, Brian Schmetzer said that some tests will need to be done, including an MRI, but he didn't think it was going to be on the long-term side of things. Leo Chu had to leave the match with cramps as well. He was able to create some stuff in space as well. To wrap it up with looking at this Austin FC match, I understand the frustration of being able to generate and not score, but I'm not putting the big red panic button and slamming it down like a lot of the fan bases. I understand it. It's your job to be a fan because you don't do anything else. That's fine. But to say that the season is over already, same insert your adjective here, different year, sure. We're 2 matches in, though. It's a long season, and you're without several key players that would help you on the offensive end of things. They installed new tactics this offseason. Let's let it play out.
So you hear about that there. There was that. Might have alluded to it there, but there is the pre-match injury report. It also continued to loom large. Reed Baker Whiting continues to be out with that left hamstring injury. Goalkeeper Stefan Fry is out with that right hamstring injury. Midfielder João Paulo still out with the left hip. Bradilio Rodriguez out with the right hamstring. Yamar continues to be out, not due to injury-related reasons. Defender Nathan's out, not due to injury, as we talked about. And Albert Rusnak continues to be out with an ankle injury. Roy Diaz was questionable with a rib injury, and that's why he didn't start in this match, but he did play, and as you might have heard, he made his impact felt, hit the crossbar once, and had some good opportunities, but it wasn't able to finish them, much like the rest of the club. So yeah, as we talked about, just kind of frustrating, knowing what they're generating, but like I said, not panicking quite yet, at least. We'll see. Maybe that'll change. But the Sounders sit at a no wins, one draw, one loss record. They have 1 point in the standings. Wrong button. Looking ahead, their next match is March 9th at the Philadelphia Union. That's a 5:30 p.m. Pacific time start. Philadelphia is also looking for their first win. They've had 3 draws in their last 3 matches played, 2 of those being in MLS regular season action. So we'll have to see who's going to get their first win of the season here, or if it's going to be another draw for Philadelphia at least.